So I'll just give you a bit of an overview of the WorkWise campaign. So just a bit of an overview of what WorkWise is. So WorkWise is a Department of Work and Pensions funded free employment service available to any person with mental or physical health conditions, disability or neurodivergence. And this was people that want to work or people that were currently in work and wanted to sustain a meaningful and long-term paid employment. It was launched in Surrey in July 2024. The insights behind WorkWise, or the reasoning behind DWP funding this initiative, is that we know that being in work provides many benefits for employees, employers, and obviously our wider society. For employees, this includes improved mental and physical health and increased financial stability and independence, but also on a wider basis, it's a prevention mechanism for future demand on our care system. So from a comms perspective, what were our communications objectives? So increase awareness of WorkWise scheme with residents and businesses in Surrey, and obviously to encourage sign-ups via employers and referees to the scheme. So Surrey, considered to be an affluent county, but like other people, we obviously have our pockets of unemployment and economic hardship. And in particular, there were 2 boroughs that had a lower disability employment rate than the national average. So that allowed us to geo-target some of our comms activity on those areas. We do know that the unemployment and economic hardship was worsened by the pandemic, and in particular, it did affect this target audience, so those people with long-term disabilities or health conditions. We also knew or had some insights regarding barriers to employment for these people for people with disabilities. So those were personal barriers, institutional barriers and structural barriers. So those are issues related to access at work, stigma, difficulty with transportation, and inflexibility, and their personal barriers were lack of confidence and anxiety. So things that needed to be considered when developing our communications plan. Obviously, we needed to think about how information is processed by this target audience. It needed to be simple in language and messaging, and it needed to be accessible. So it was free from jargon and easy to understand. And we obviously used things that I think a lot more people since COVID are aware of, these alternative formats such as Easy Read. We also had an online explainer video, and this very much used the similar sort of imagery that is used within those sort of easy read publications. The imagery is important in terms of making sure that people don't feel alienated by the campaign, and it took the form of people like you. The campaign, I will stress, was very simple and very straightforward. I have to say, probably with hindsight, from a purist point of view, for me, I would have liked to have spent a bit more time and budget on really getting to understand how this target audience search out and like to receive information. As it was, we needed to get it out fast, so simple was best. This campaign is not going to win any awards, it's not going to have any candor or any of that sort of stuff, but it was simple. There was no, at that time, DWP comms toolkit provided, which sometimes is provided with these sort of campaigns or initiatives. However, I think I would honestly say that the Can Digital part of the campaign allowed us to tweak a messaging and look at what was working and what wasn't working, and so that was the bit that was very flexible and probably got us the most results.